we going?
Yeah.
If you can't tell, we got some calls, some animal calls.
Turk.
So in this video, we're gonna replace my blow-off valve noise with a fox call. He's making turkey noises.
Turkey.
This is the fox right here. I don't want to set that in there. This is the fox. That's not how it sounds. You gotta blow really hard to make it sound the way it's supposed to. So what we're gonna do is put this in here and make it stay. So hopefully this is with the turbo, and whenever I shift gears, this makes like a whoosh noise and it blows out air. So if I put this here, I'm really hoping that it's gonna make that noise. So if you don't know how to take your blow-off valve off, there's these two set screws on the intercooler piping. If you want to come over here, Zach, and show them where it goes.
I can't see.
This is where it goes right here. So if you loosen these screws, you can take it off. And then we'll be showing you how to attach it. It's probably not the best way possible, but I'm just going to do what I can the fastest. Okay, so I don't really know exactly how I want to do this yet, but this is how I started the first step. I put this piece around like this, so it's going to go in here like that. So my idea is that this is going to stick to the outside of that. And how to do this part right here is I take a strip of tape, and I roll the edges, or the ends, roll the ends up so it's like double-sided, and stick this one end in here first. Stick this one in here first so it sticks on the inside, and then roll this end on the outside, maybe. And then bring it over this way. So I'm going to repeat that for these two sides as well. And then I'm going to put it on here. And I'll have to figure out how to reinforce it from the outside as well. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so now I repeated it for all four sides. So what I'm going to do is take a strip of tape, kind of a long piece of tape. I'm going to wrap it around all of these ends out on the outside here so that they're tight and don't want to fall off, because these parts aren't going to be contacting the blow-off valve. So as long as this is tight, the tape won't come off. So now whenever I put it in right here, it's gonna have, the bottom has a side to stick to, so it's not gonna fall out like this. So that's the first part of getting it stuck to it. Now I'm going to figure out basically how to pull this and like pretty much hold this to the blow-off valve. So yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So my idea is that I'm going to reinforce it by wrapping the tape around the back side, but this is the other piece to it that makes the noise. This is just what you blow into. So the threads are inside here where this screws in at, and I wrapped it around this just so I could get it stable for now. But what I'm going to do is wrap tape around here again so to hold this tape tight, and then I'm going to cut this off so I can still thread the other piece in there. And I'll probably try to come up with a few, like one or two other ways to reinforce it. But that's going to be almost everything to it. So okay, so now I reinforce this tape right here by wrapping around, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and keep going with it just to have more reinforcement. So it's all going to be one piece of tape all the way around. And like I said before, I'll just cut these out to expose the threads again. And then once I have this tape looped back around, the last step is going to be to wrap another layer around here so it keeps this tight against the side. And after that, it should be reinforced enough, because it shouldn't really have to be like really sturdy. Basically, you just need to keep it on. So right now I'm just going to wrap this tight all the way around. Which this is what, if you can get the caul to stay in here, you can do this in the first place. But I couldn't figure out how to get this to stay sturdy while I wrapped it around, because it kept wanting to go side to side. That's why I did those other 2 steps, to make sure that the mouthpiece was going to stay in there before I wrapped it like this. So you should only have to go a couple times. I'm kind of doing overkill just because I've already lost a caul before. I already put one on before and it fell off while I was driving. So being extra cautious, and I just really want it to work. So wrap that around all the way, take another piece of tape and go back at the top where the threads are. And you need to wrap this as tight as you can so it stays. There shouldn't be any way why this is going to fall off. And I know it doesn't look the prettiest, but I'm just doing it for fun. So I'm obviously not going to keep this forever, but if I want to do it again and it works, I'll know what to do. So this is pretty dang sturdy. I mean, I'm holding it just by the mouthpiece and it's not really moving. So, I mean, it's going to be like 23 pounds of pressure, but it should hold. So like this, I'm just going to take a razor blade and cut this off. Be very careful when using razor blades. They can really cut you if you didn't know that, if you haven't used them before. And you honestly might be able to rip it. I just feel like it's easier to use a knife. Be a little cleaner of a cut. And you can get you don't have to use a fox caul. That's just what we've had. We got it from MC Sports. I've got one from Walmart before. I'm sure like Rural King sells them. Probably Meyer too, I would assume. Not positive. But they're not that expensive. If you can figure out a good way to attach them, it's pretty funny. Because when I lost my last one, it worked like twice before it fell off. So I was dying laughing. Alright, so there you go. That's how you attach it. And I'm going to screw the last piece in.
Oh yeah.
This should definitely work. It really looks kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. But it should definitely work. And it should be hilarious. So it's, like I said, it's pretty sturdy. All I need is painter tape and a freaking caul of whatever you want. So I'm going to put this back on, and hopefully we'll be able to get some good footage for you guys. It's kind of hard to hear in my car, but we're going to try our best.
So while Graydon's installing this real quick, I just wanted to let you guys know that reinform you guys, it's not necessarily a fox call. It is for a fox or a coyote, but the sound is like a jackrabbit in distress, so it's like a high-pitched scream basically, just so you guys know. I'm not a professional or anything. I don't even hunt, but this is what we got. So here we go. We're going to see how the blow-off valve modded what is it? Yeah, turbo call works. So Graydon's getting down the road, and I'm gonna film and see if we can't listen for the blow-off valve. Oh, there you go. I don't know if you can really hear that. I don't think it worked. I don't think the call is in there tight enough. We'll see if he heard it. Maybe as good as I thought, but listen. Yeah, you couldn't hear it out there.
Oh, that sucks.
I couldn't tell. I could only hear the backfire. Let's see how it sounds in here.
Can't hear it on camera though.
Alright.
It sounds so funny though. Oh my goodness. I gotta figure out how to use the thermal body so I can rev it up. There it is. It works so good.
Neat.
Recording.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, that was how to put a duck call, fox call, jackrabbit call, any kind of call you want on your blow-off valve, and that was the noise that it made. It didn't work as loud as I wanted it to, but it worked pretty well. I thought it was freaking hilarious if you couldn't tell already. So, this is Zach, the filmer of the video. If you didn't know who he was, that's Zach. So, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching this. Bye-bye now.